After a long day of work, I'm finally finishing the day. Chi-Chi would be very happy to see all the fruits and harvests. Now that I remember Miss fighting against enemies, how nostalgic it makes me remember those moments and adventures of the past. But now I'm just an old man about to die.
Hello, Kakarot. How long has it been?
What a surprise, Vegeta! Long time no see. Since you became the destroyer god of the universe, has been very peaceful. I'm very proud of you.
As soft as always, Kakarot. But let's get straight to the point. I felt your life force disappearing for a while now. I think your life is coming to an end. I'm so sorry.
I admit I'm very old. Unlike who accepted the job for me, you have a lot of life ahead of you. Besides, I don't care in the least. I think it's the right end, as long as you accept our last battle.
What? I have no choice but to accept you.
Vegeta would be surprised to see how Goku doesn't care the least about his own death, and how he continues to overcome his limits despite being an old man. So they both turn to each other, beginning the fight. Both would end up hurt and exhausted after the friendly encounter between the two, especially Goku.
This is the end of the battle, Vegeta?
Yes, Kakarot. This was the end of the battle.
I guess I'm surprised that it took you to defeat an old man like me. See you soon. I'd like to be reborn with all my memories and powers to never forget everything we lived and went through.
Once Goku finished saying these words, it was time for Goku to leave. His body would disappear into Vegeta's arms.
I'll see you in the next life, my great friend.
Where am I? What is this tiny body? Those faces look familiar. What is this uncomfortable place? I get out of here.
How are you able to get out of here? How the hell are you talking, Kakarot?
How do you know me by my real name, and where am I? I remember having my last battle with Vegeta. Wait, you look just like me growing up. You're my father?
Goku would run to embrace his father, Bardock. Likewise his mother, Yain. Such a nostalgic moment and embrace. At last Goku would meet his parents again and get to know them. But Bardock and Yain would be surprised by Goku's actions and ask him, "What battle with a Prince Vegeta are you talking about? How could you get out of the incubator as a baby?"
I don't really understand what's going on or what happened, but I was about to die of old age. And when I was with the God and Destroyer Vegeta, and just before dying, I said in my mind that I would like to be reborn with all the memories and powers to never forget anything we lived and went through. And I think that happened. I was reborn again. Anyways, there's no time for explanation at this time. The damn Frieza will betray and destroy the planet. Vegeta and all the Saiyan. We must exterminate him as soon as possible, Father. Mother, stay here while we take care of everything.
In the middle of the road, Goku would say to Bardock,
I hope I have my powers too, because if I don't, we'll be in big trouble. Unless you transform into Super Saiyan, Father.
Kakarot, you can transform into the Super Saiyan legend?
Yes, Father, and I have surpassed the limits of a mortal. And I have activated the egoistic doctrine of the Super Saiyan God.
I have never heard of the egoistic doctrine before, but I'm very proud of you. I expected nothing less from my son.
Once in the palace of the King Vegeta, Bardock would explain the situation to King Vegeta in secret to avoid panic and so on. But King Vegeta would not believe Bardock.
It's hard to believe that Mr. Frieza would betray us, and above all that a low-caste son of yours has achieved all that power that you have told me about, Bardock, unless he proves it to all of the Saiyan.
so Goku would show the King Vegeta and the Saiyan present the Super Saiyan. The Vegeta King and the public were surprised. Meanwhile, the radars of the soldiers of Frieza would begin to feel an incredible ki, destroying all the radars. Frieza, on having learned of the radars, would begin to think that the last legend of the Super Saiyan appeared, going to the planet Vegeta where this ki was coming from. Meanwhile, on planet Vegeta,
King Vegeta looks a lot like Vegeta. I guess he must be his father.
How the hell do you know my son's name? And why are you booing so much?
Vegeta in the line where I come from took place with the God of Destruction after I rejected him. And besides that, he was my best friend. You boo so much of damn Saiyans!
but the moment Frieza notices the color of Goku's hair, he would start to tremble and become afraid.
What? How is this possible? That this kid has managed to awaken the Super Saiyan. Apparently the legend came true. But I have no choice but to go ahead and finish with the damn Saiyan right now. For now, I only need Super Saiyan 3 to finish with Frieza. Although they did it with Phase 2, but I don't want to underestimate him.
Super Saiyajin 3!
To which Frieza without hesitation would transform into its final phase, launching an attack against Goku Phase 3. Quickly, Goku would give a humiliation to Frieza and would prepare for the final blow, saying to Bardock,
Come, Dad, let's exterminate them together.
throwing a double Kamehameha left and right at Frieza along with his comrades, finishing and disintegrating each of them. While the Saiyan would realize that the story Bardock had said about his son was true.
Show us how far you can go with the Super Saiyan.
Goku would return home to eat because he was very hungry. He would quickly transform into the Super Saiyan Red God. Meanwhile,
Hey Wiz, did you feel that?
Wow. Finally woke up from his nap, Mr. Beerus. And yes, I felt like a mortal is coming to God's territories.
Obviously when I felt that I got up. Apparently at last the dream that I had hundreds of years ago with the Super Saiyan God will come true. Let's go to the place where that feeling comes from to finish with him.
our Saiyan would find themselves celebrating with a great feast of food for the death and victory over Frieza and his comrades, now that they are safe.
Goku, you told me that my son, Prince Vegeta, where you came from, was the god of destruction. How did that happen? Lord Beerus was defeated in that timeline.
Beerus wasn't defeated. Simply Vegeta became the disciple of Lord Beerus, and got him that position after I rejected his proposal as God of Destruction. I wonder what will become of Vegeta in that timeline. How will Zeno have reacted when he found out that I died of old age? By the way, where is Vegeta?
For now, he's on a mission. Let's hope he arrives soon so you can train with him.
Meanwhile, Beerus and Whis had already arrived to the planet Vegeta.
Wow, King Vegeta. What a great welcome from you with a great banquet as always.
That's great! Mr. Beerus is here!
So Beerus would sit back and enjoy the incredible feast served while humiliating King Vegeta.
My presence here is because I sensed a power coming into God's territory, and I came to take it down.
Lord Beerus, that power that you were able to feel was me. In the other timeline, you and I were friends. We won the Tournament of Power that Zeno made. Then you offered me the disciple to the God of Destruction, but I refused. And Vegeta accepted for me. And I ended up dying of old age. but I have managed to be reborn with my memories and powers.
How funny is that kid? How could a kid like you have all that power? But how do you know the name of the king of everything?
From the timeline I came from, I was best friends with the king of all. I also got to train with the great priest Daishikin.
How does a mortal like you know all that? Show me all of that power you have.
Of course I do, but after I finish eating everything because I'm starving after defeating Frieza.
So they would both finish eating, and Goku would find himself about to unleash all his power.
I don't know how long my body will last since I'm a child, but in the other timeline I managed to master even the perfect selfish doctrine.
Beerus, upon hearing Goku's words, was afraid, but at the same time he didn't believe him.
Alright, I'll start unleashing all my power. Even the blue Super Saiyan God. For now, I will use this phase, Mr. Beerus.
Apparently everything that child is saying is true. It is impossible that at that age he has reached the god's territories being immortal. But I should not be afraid. I will show you why I am a god of destruction.
So Goku and Beerus both would attack each other, exchanging blows with each other every second. Goku hitting a direct blow to Beerus' face, which Beerus would answer with a direct blow as well. They would continue with the rhythm of the battle, but Goku would start to take control of the battle, putting Beerus in serious trouble. Beerus would quickly react by preparing dozens of powers around him to launch them against Goku, to which Beerus would launch his powers once and for all, and Goku would counterattack by launching his Kamehameha, destroying every power of Beerus, freeing himself from danger. But Beerus would quickly take advantage of Goku's lowered guard and give him an accurate attack in the heart, which would leave him on the verge of death, returning to his base state.
I can't die. Now that I've been reborn, life has prepared me another destiny, which I must discover.
Goku would awaken the Ultra Instinct, leaving Whis and Beerus surprised that a child has managed to enter the territory of gods. Whis and Beerus would begin to believe everything that Goku would have said.
I missed fighting you, Beerus, but now I have to defeat you. Mr. Goku, I see that everything you said is really true. The best thing would be to take him to the king of all, Zeno-sama, and my father the great priest. But we will have to wait for Mr. Beerus to recover. Of course. In the meantime, we can go eat. I've been in the incubator so long that I'm hungry again already.
Son, you have defeated the god of destruction. I am very proud of you.
Giving each other a father and son hug. 1 week later. Beerus had already recovered from the battle he had against Goku. So Goku and our friends would take a trip to Xeno-sama's palace. Once Xeno-sama's palace, Whis would tell the High Priest about everything that happened to Goku, about his rebirth and the powers that he had achieved. But they would not take importance at the moment, since they would be taking Goku to introduce him to Xeno-sama, in hopes that he could be his great friend as he was in the timeline that he mentioned.
What's your name? My name's Son Goku, but you can call me anything you want, Sen-chan. Do you want to be my friend, Goku? I like you very much. Of course! I would like to be your friend, Xena-chan. From now on, we will be great friends.
So Goku finds himself playing with Xeno-sama. Meanwhile, Daishiken would find himself talking with his son Whis.
Everything you told me makes sense. Because just as Goku was reborn, many evil beings have also been reborn, which represent a threat to the multiverse. They would even be able to end the entire multiverse. So we must be prepared, because there are many evil powers that I can feel, and I am really worried about this situation. Beyond the gods of destruction to face those evil beings, I have decided to train Goku and prepare him for when the day of the multiverse battle arrives. He will be the savior of the multiverse.
Mr. Goku, my father, the great priest Daishiken, calls you. Apparently he's going to train you, and he has many questions and doubts.
Whis said to Goku, who was playing with the king of all, Zain-sama.
I don't want you to leave, Goku. Let's keep playing. Of course, Xeno. We've got a lot of doubts about my rebirth, as well as many unanswered questions. I would also like to train with Daishiken. I want to know how far I can go with all the power I possess. But I promise you that we will continue playing, Xeno.
Thus Goku would retreat from Xeno-sama's room to where Daishiken was.
Very well, Goku. Just as you were reborn, an evil being was reborn with the same power and the same as yours. And not only one being, but several presences, and I have a bad feeling of what may happen. I think it is the reincarnation of a very familiar being, but I cannot confirm anything until the time comes. Meanwhile, I prepare you, because you will be one of the saviors of the multiverse, because the war that will happen someday will be a multiversal battle.
Wow! My rebirth brought consequences? Well, if that will be my destiny, I will have no other choice but to protect the whole multiverse. But before we start, Daishiken, we can go to a sign named Vegeta. In the timeline where I come from, he was my best friend. He became the new god of destruction of Universe 7. I trust him a lot.
Well, at your request, since we trust you, go see him with Whis.
And so Whis and Goku would go to see the prince, Vegeta.